everyone, this is Angie and I want to welcome you back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but life happens and here we are. I do want to ask that if you enjoy the content that I put out, that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like the video. For this particular video, I am putting up a trigger warning. There's a lot of graphic details that consist with this story, and if you feel like that you may be triggered probably by the worst thing you could possibly hear, then please click out of this video and go find another one on my playlist. We'll see you on the next one. I also want to state that any media that I use within this video is under the Fair Use Commentary Act. Alright guys, today I'm going to be talking about Caliyah Guyton. Now Caliyah is a beautiful, beautiful little girl who loved Minnie Mouse and Baby Shark. And she lived with her family in the Grand Prairie Hotel in, I want to say it's Enid, Oklahoma. She lived with her mom, Chelsea, and her dad, Cody, and her grandparents. Now, what's bringing us to our story today is an encounter that happened with a man. So Charlie, who is the grandfather, took little Caliyah down to the vending machine within the motel, and they were encountered by a man, Michael, and he offered some snacks to Caliyah. She looked at her grandfather. He said it was okay. He also made a comment of how beautiful Caliyah was. Okay, so God bless you, and they go on their separate ways. So a little later, the family was at the swimming pool because little Caliyah loved swimming in that swimming pool. And the same man approached. Now, this is where it gets a little... and you still have time to click out. Just know that. So, they were talking around the swimming pool with Michael, and it was getting late. So, what they decided to do was the family was going to go in. Grandma's already gone to work. They're going to wait for Caliyah to fall asleep, and then they're going to meet up with Michael in his hotel room. Now, Michael had access to 2 rooms because he was working there on the premises. So, yeah, they were going to meet up with him a little bit later. Well, Grandpa Charlie is asleep in his bed. Caliyah falls asleep, and Chelsea and Cody get up, and they go over to Michael's room. Well, while they're in there, Michael offers $5,000 to Chelsea in front of Cody and all to spend 24 hours with him. So she refused, but the parents said that they knew of a woman who would be willing to spend time with Michael. Okay. So the parents left the hotel room to retrieve the woman sometime before midnight. And a short time later, Caliyah's grandma arrived at the hotel after work, and she saw that the hotel room was kind of ajar. She thought because Caliyah was not in there. And she thought that Caliyah was with Chelsea and Cody. So she went and remained inside the hotel room. Now, according to Cody's affidavit, he banged on the door after returning from the woman's residence. He got back to the hotel and he banged on their door, screaming, "Where is my daughter?" And then he ran away. So it says, Cody said he and Chelsea were at the woman's residence for approximately 1 hour, which she confirmed with police. A comment was made about going back to the room where the family was staying, but the woman asked if Caliyah was asleep in there and that she didn't want to wake her. Cody knocked on the man Michael Geiger's door, which opened, but nobody was inside. Cody then knocked on the door to the other room Geiger was occupying, but there was no answer. The woman suggested that Michael Geiger may have gone to the pool, so the three walked toward the pool and they found Caliyah. Caliyah was in the pool, and Cody pulled Caliyah from the pool and attempted to perform CPR. Now, according to this affidavit, Cody said Michael Geiger made a comment earlier in the day that Caliyah was cute, but too young for him. He also said that there were 2 key cards to their room and that he had one while the grandfather had the other. Now, these 2 keys were accounted for. A witness says that they saw Geiger running from the area, but the 2 rooms he was occupying with what appeared to be a baby doll in his arms. Geiger was seen next by a hotel employee while attempting to leave the hotel. The affidavit states that in video surveillance, Geiger appeared to have a panicked appearance and was carrying what appeared to be a white towel or a white pillowcase before exiting the hotel and running north. During this investigation, EPD detectives located a pair of orange Texas Longhorn shorts that had been wrapped around Caliyah's neck, and found 2 key cards, both were which for Geiger's room, in the pocket of those shorts. So what has happened right now is that Caliyah's in the pool. Cody's attempting to do CPR. There's a pair of orange shorts wrapped around her neck. In those shorts are the 2 key cards for the rooms occupied by Michael Geiger. Okay. The affidavit states in Geiger's room, police found a noticeable amount of blood on the bed and the floor. A pair of girls' underwear on the floor with blood. There was also an adult satisfaction tool found. There was also what appeared to be alcohol was consumed, and I'm not saying that this was by Caliyah. This is what was just found in the room. Alcohol and a substance that begins with an M. Okay. They found fluid consistent with satisfaction inside the room as well. A pair of girls' capri pants and a headband. And there was a pink studded earring on the bed. And Caliyah was missing an earring, so it was the matching earring. On the television, there were cartoons, and in the room there were gummy worms and juice boxes. Now, these juice boxes actually came from the Geiger's room. Now, they're saying that the candy was placed on the bed as if to possibly entice a child. In the immediate area, Geiger was located. Where Geiger was located, police found a pair of matching gloves, a hat, and a white pillowcase with blood on it, which matched the video footage. So right now I'm going to play you if I can get it to come up, the actual 911.
Is that her baby? Please, somebody please come. Somebody come now. Please. Okay, where are you at? Oh my God, I'm at the Grand Prairie Hotel. And it's a little girl that is in the pool. She's drowned. This lady and these two people just came down looking for her. And she was in the pool and she's drowned. Please send somebody right now. Oh God, she's blue. Oh God, please send somebody right now, ma'am. Well, help is on the way to you. I'm going to give you instructions on how to do CPR. CPR, but I got to tell you, I think this baby's gone because the face is blue, the extremities is blue, the baby was not moving.
911 call, and you could hear Chelsea in the back screaming. Michael's trying to do CPR, and they are trying to get, help there. But that hotel worker believed that, there was no help. All right, so at this point in our story, Michael has already been caught. And during an interview with EPD, he admitted to occupying both rooms and that the other people had gone, and that lots of other people had gone in and out. But that was kind of not corroborated by the video surveillance. They didn't see lots of people going in and out of those rooms. He also denied SAing or K'ing Caliyah, but he admitted he spoke with and offered chips and candy to her earlier in the day. According to the affidavit, Geiger would not acknowledge that the shorts found around Caliyah's neck were his, also stating that he has multiple pairs of shorts. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Mr. Geiger. All right. He had only been on parole for 30 days. He had been locked up previously for kidnapping and some other things. But anyway, that's not really what's part of the story, is that he was in prison. He had only been on parole for 30 days. He's staying and working at this family hotel. And just, wow. So after they get him, he's now charged with first degree murder, first degree kidnapping, and burglary in the first degree. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the actual court documents as they are requesting the death penalty. And also, let me let y'all know that I am working on learning how to do Streamlabs. So if anything seems a little choppy, or if I talk about something that you don't see on screen, I'm trying to catch it all. I'm learning. So just bear with me, okay? So all right, so what I'm going to do is kind of skim through this, and if you want to pause or anything to read it in its entirety, please feel free to do so. Okay, so this was posted on November the 16th of 2022, the state of Oklahoma versus Michael Scott Geiger. So what they're trying to do is give cause as to why he should be punished by death. So at first they talk about his original convictions. On January the 13th, 1995, the defendant was convicted of the felony crime of robbery with a firearm. And then in the ending of this, these court papers, it will talk about the kidnapping that he was also charged and imprisoned for. So what I'm going to go over now is actually related to this case. And like I said, I'm not going to really read it verbatim. I will have to change some words due to YouTube not allowing certain words, as they will flag videos for that. So just bear with me. The evidence relied upon by the state of Oklahoma to support this aggravating circumstance includes the following. The victim of this murder, Caliyah Guyton, was just over 2 years of age when she was murdered. The evidence discovered in room 247 of the Grand Prairie Hotel showed that the injuries she sustained there produced copious bleeding and trauma. Physical examination of her body revealed extensive damage to her lower extremity, including abrasions and serious tears to both exterior and interior areas of her lower extremity. Her DNA was later collected from a swab of the defendant's lower extremity, showing that Caliyah was violently AR'd by the defendant while she was still alive and immediately prior to her murder. Examination by the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner revealed additional injuries, further showing that she was physically brutalized in the process of being murdered. Caliyah had markings on her neck with underlying muscle and soft tissue damage, as well as burst blood vessels throughout her face, head, chest, and vital organs, indicating that she was forcibly strangled to the point that she was unable to breathe and her brain became swollen. She also suffered attacks resulting in numerous bruises about her face, mouth, chest, and other areas. After the violent R and the physical A, the defendant threw Caliyah into the swimming pool inside the Grand Prairie Hotel from the second-story balcony, where she was still alive and was struggling to breathe after being strangled, drowned in the water, causing her lungs to swell and develop a white, frothy fluid that was found throughout her airway. She then died due to lack of oxygen, caused by both strangulation and drowning. The evidence relied upon by the state of Oklahoma to support this aggravating circumstance. And this goes on to talk about some of his other charges, and I'll just kind of scroll that. And this is showing, why he is... I know that there is a lot of back and forth about the death penalty, but this is one case where it's definitely suited. If you feel otherwise, please express it below. The defendant was released from the Oklahoma Department of Corrections custody on or about the 29th day of March 2022. He was at liberty for a mere 30 days before he committed the violent R and murder of Caliyah Guyton. Furthermore, he arrived in the city of Enid only a few hours before committing these crimes, showing that he was willing to perpetrate these atrocious acts almost immediately upon taking notice of the victim. So, yes, what they're doing is trying to show just cause why the death penalty should be in order here. And I have questions, as always. Okay, there were 2 keys that were accounted for. The grandpa had one, and Cody and Chelsea had the other. Okay, the door was ajar. So how did the door get open? I mean, I think people that are speaking on this case and really looking at the details of this case, it feels like to me that allegedly, just my opinion, that Caliyah left with Chelsea and Cody. And she may have fallen asleep over in Michael's room. And they left her there to go to this woman's house. And I don't know, because the door was slightly ajar. And okay, they could have left it slightly ajar too, in case Caliyah woke up. She would. There are just a lot of questions there. I feel like that the parents know more than what they're saying. There was a post on Cody's Facebook. I don't know it verbatim, but the first sentence in there is, "I effed up." Okay, so is he saying he effed up and he didn't take care of his daughter, or he did something to cause this? Did they take the $5,000 and leave Caliyah there? I mean, I hope that it all comes out in court, which to date, I can't find a court date. If anybody knows more than I on this, I will be keeping an eye open for it though. But if anybody knows, please let me know. And if I find out, I will absolutely do a follow-up video to let you guys know anything new. So Caliyah, the family also did a GoFundMe for the funeral expenses. Now I can tell you that Caliyah was she was cremated. And this is where we are, guys. You can't tell this story of this precious, precious baby girl without the graphic. I mean, you just can't. And I know it's atrocious. And, I had other pictures lined up of Michael Geiger, but you know what? You can Google them. I'm not gonna give him. I'm not gonna show his face. So if you don't mind, please put pink hearts, if you can, in the chat, or any color you have. If you can't do pink, let's do that for Caliyah. She loved Minnie Mouse and Baby Shark, maybe some sharks or some doo-doos. But anyway, guys, yeah, I'm going to end this here. My heart breaks. And of course, I will let you know the minute I find out more details on the court case and what sentence he's given. Until then, if you like the content that I'm presenting, which I mean, it's hard to say like, you know what I mean, but it would definitely help me and the channel if you would subscribe and hit that like button, leave us a comment, share with your friends, and until the next time, my name is Angie, and I have just uploaded. See you guys later.